Ever been in that frustrating spot where you're trying to get your head around something new, maybe
Yeah.
studying for a certification, and you're just, well, you're bombarded with information, articles, notes, endless stuff. You want to get up to speed, understand the core things, but it just feels like you're drowning. We've all been there, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the sheer volume can be really overwhelming. It's tough to sift through it all and figure out what's actually essential and how it all fits together.
That's exactly what we're trying to tackle today. Welcome to the deep dive. We don't just scratch the surface here. We take specific material and pull out the crucial insights, those aha moments that make things click,
Yeah.
all without burying you in details you don't need.
Exactly. Think of it like carefully extracting the most valuable nuggets of knowledge, so you get the essence without the exhaustive dig.
And today our focus is understanding key concepts for the PEGA PCSD24V1 exam. Now, I know what you might be thinking an exam, but honestly, these practice questions, they're gold mines. They're like concentrated examples of essential Pega customer service functions in action. So our mission is basically to break down these questions, look at the exclamations, and pull out real practical knowledge about what Pega can do and, maybe more importantly, why it actually matters for good customer service.
Precisely. Yeah. By looking at these practical scenarios, these questions, we can get a really targeted and efficient understanding of the core Pega capabilities.
Okay, let's dive right in then. Our first question, it kind of gets to the heart of how quickly you can build things in Pega Customer Service. It asks, what is the purpose of using App Studio in Pega Customer Service? And the answer given is C, to design applications using a low-code interface with drag-and-drop functionality.
Right. And what's really significant here, I think, is that App Studio empowers a wider range of people. So not just your traditional programmers, but business users too, to build and customize applications really fast.
Yeah.
Using this visual drag and drop interface, it really shifts how development can happen.
Which sounds like a bit of a game changer, doesn't it? Instead of these long, complex coding projects, you can get apps built and, well, out there much faster. What's the bigger picture impact for a business when they can do that?
Well, this shift to low code, it's not just about speed, though that's a big part of it. It's sort of a fundamental change in how businesses can respond to what the market needs and how they can empower their non-technical teams. You know, the people closest to the actual business problems can directly help create the solutions, which means faster innovation, more agility.
Right. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, let's look at question 2. Which Pega feature enables routing service cases to the best available agent? The answer here is B, skill-based routing. Now, we probably have a general idea what this means, but why is it so effective? Are there, nuances?
Oh, absolutely. Skill-based routing is pretty intelligent. It matches the incoming customer request with agents who have the specific skills needed for that issue, and importantly considers their availability. So it's about getting the right customer to the right agent first time.
Okay, so it's definitely more sophisticated than just, sending the call to whoever's free next. What are the actual tangible benefits of doing it that way?
The impact is pretty significant, actually. You see higher first contact resolution rates, meaning the customer's problem gets solved right away, which directly leads to better customer satisfaction. Plus, agents are working on cases they're actually equipped to handle well, which boosts their own efficiency and maybe even job satisfaction too.
Okay, good point. Let's move to question 3. This one focuses on making agents more efficient during calls. What helps reduce handle time during agent conversations in Pega? The answer is C, real-time suggested cases and actions presented to agents during conversations. Now, this sounds like it could be really powerful. How does it actually work in practice?
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how proactive Pega can be. So as the agent is talking to the customer, the system is analyzing the conversation
Yeah.
in real time. And it can suggest relevant existing cases, maybe knowledge articles, or even the next best actions the agent should take. It's almost like having an intelligent assistant sort of whispering helpful advice in their ear.
Ah, okay. So instead of the agent having to stop and manually search through different systems for info, Pega's kind of anticipating what they might need. What difference does that make to the customer's experience?
Oh, it can be huge. Agents resolve issues much faster because the right information is just there at their fingertips. This cuts down the time the customer spends on the phone or chat and leads to quicker, more efficient resolutions. We've even seen examples where an agent, prompted by a real-time suggestion, resolved a follow-up question the customer hadn't even explicitly asked yet. That's a really proactive, satisfying interaction for the customer.
Wow, yeah, that's impressive. Okay, question 4 shifts gears a bit, looking at how Pega connects with other systems. Which tool is used to manage and configure system integrations in Pega? The answer is A, Integration Designer. Now, this might sound a bit under the hood, technical maybe, but why should our listener care about this?
Well, think of Integration Designer as the central control panel. It's for connecting Pega with all the other crucial software a business uses. Things like, customer databases, external web services, various APIs. It gives you a unified way to set up, configure, monitor, and even troubleshoot these connections.
So it's not just about making the connections, it's about managing them effectively. What's the real-world benefit of having that kind of centralized control?
For a business listener, the bottom line impact is pretty significant. Having well-managed integrations means smoother data flow. It means automated processes across the whole organization. You eliminate data silos, reduce manual work, and ultimately that leads to greater efficiency, better data insights, and a more connected view of the customer journey.
Right. Okay, question 5 brings us to something probably quite familiar. Why are knowledge articles important in a contact center? The answer given is A, providing quick self-help to reduce customer wait times. We've all used a good FAQ or help section, haven't we?
Exactly. And that's really the core value, isn't it? By offering this easily accessible library of information that answers common questions, resolves typical issues, customers can often find solutions themselves
All right.
without even needing to contact an agent.
So it's not just about deflecting calls then. How else do good knowledge articles help the customer and maybe the business too?
Well, beyond just cutting wait times, effective knowledge articles really empower customers. They give them control, convenience, and that can build trust and improve their overall feeling about the brand. For the business, yeah, it means lower operational costs, obviously. And it frees up agents to focus on the more complex, high-value interactions.
That makes sense. Okay, question 6 gets into how Pega understands what customers are actually saying. How can Pega detect customer intent in messaging interactions? The answer is C. Using natural language processing, NLP, to understand the meaning behind customer messages beyond just keywords. This sounds pretty sophisticated.
Yeah, it is. What's powerful about NLP is its ability to go beyond just spotting keywords. It analyzes the structure, the context, the nuances of language to really understand the customer's underlying need or goal. It can figure out the meaning even when the exact phrasing is different from customer to customer.
Okay, so if a customer types something like, "My delivery is late and I'm not happy," NLP picks up on the core issues. Delayed shipment, customer dissatisfaction. Even without specific words like missing or complaint, how does that deeper understanding help?
Well, it enables much smarter automation and routing. The system can accurately figure out the issue type and then direct the interaction to the best resource or process right from the start. That leads to faster, more effective resolutions and a more personalized feel for the customer too.
Got it. Our 7th question focuses on guiding the agents through potentially complex interactions. Which component is responsible for guiding agents through structured customer interactions? The answer is D, Interaction Driver. What exactly does this component do?
So Interaction Driver gives agents a kind of step-by-step guided framework. It's something they follow during customer conversations. This helps ensure consistency in how information is gathered, adherence to important business rules, and ultimately it promotes a standardized high level of service quality across all interactions.
Ah, so it's like providing a roadmap for the agent to make sure they cover all the necessary steps and give a consistent experience every time, no matter which agent the customer talks to.
Exactly. Yeah, it helps make sure crucial bits of information aren't missed and that agents have the support they need to navigate different scenarios effectively and, importantly, compliantly too.
Right. Okay, question 8 looks at standardizing processes. What is the benefit of using case types in Pega? Correct answer is C. Standardizing business processes into reusable templates with predefined stages, steps, and rules. Why is this standardization so useful?
Well, case types let organizations model their various business processes, like, say, handling a service request or resolving a billing dispute. They model them as structured, repeatable workflows. These templates define the different stages, the specific steps in each stage, and the business rules that apply.
And that reusable aspect sounds really efficient. So instead of building a process from scratch every single time, you have a blueprint you can adapt.
Precisely. Yeah, this not only leads to much greater consistency in how different kinds of work get handled, but it also significantly improves efficiency because these templates can be reused and easily modified as business needs change. Saves a lot of time and effort.
Makes sense. Question 9 brings in time and accountability. What is the role of SLA in Pega case management? The answer is D. Defining deadlines and escalations for case resolution. We all appreciate it when things get sorted out promptly.
And that's exactly what service level agreements, or SLAs, are designed to ensure. They let you set specific time frames for completing different stages of a case. And, crucially, they define what actions should happen if those deadlines aren't met, often triggering escalations to make sure the issue gets timely attention.
Okay, so it's not just about setting a target resolution time, like an end goal. It's about actively managing the process to make sure things stay on track and that urgent stuff gets prioritized.
Exactly that. SLAs are really crucial for maintaining service quality standards. They ensure issues get addressed in a timely way, and they set clear expectations for both the customer and the service team.
Right. And finally, question 10. This tackles how Pega handles interactions across different channels. How does Pega support omni-channel customer engagement? Answer is C. Allowing continuous case progression across channels, like phone, chat, email, social media, without losing context.
This feels so important today, doesn't it? Customers expect to switch channels.
Absolutely. And what's really key here is that seamless transition. Pega lets a customer start an interaction on, say, a phone call, and then maybe pick it up later on web chat or email without having to repeat everything, without losing the history of their interaction. The context of their case just persists across all those touch points.
Okay, so if I start a chat on my phone but then need to send a document via email later, the agent handling the email will have the full picture of our conversation so far. Exactly, yeah. This gives a much more fluid, much more convenient experience for the customer. Leads to greater satisfaction, more efficient resolution, because the agent always has the complete context, no matter how the customer chooses to engage.
Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us today. We really hope this has given you some clear insights and maybe a few of those valuable aha moments. If there are other topics or, other sources you'd like us to explore in future discussions, definitely let us know. Until our next deep dive.